Well, and I love that because I think if we're really being honest, I don't think any one of us has been without mental health
Yeah.
challenges in our own life. Like I know I've experienced them. I've dealt with them with my husband, my kids,
Right.
and so I think it's really important to end that silence.
Yeah, it's huge. And that's one thing we didn't realize it until until you're around something like this and then people start feeling like it's a safe space. All of a sudden they're talking about things and reaching out to us, needing help, and we're like, okay, we aren't like therapists or we're not like educated in, mental health or this, but we're here for you. Like we're an ear, we're a safe place, like reach out anytime. So there was actually a lot of people that did.
Hello, everyone. I'm Meagan Fettes, the host of In the Spotlight, where we talk about passion, business, and all personal things that go along with it with local business owners. Before we jump into our show today, I want to do a shout out to our sponsor, Main Street Market. Now, if you haven't been into one of their 3 stores here in Okotoks, Mahogany, or Strathmore, you definitely need to check them out. They house over 250 local business owners, and these stores are filled with creativity, passion, and really great products. So make sure you come and check them out. So today we've got Melissa with Get the F Outside.
Hi, yes, thanks for having me.
I'm really excited because I have heard a little bit about your brand
Yeah.
and I have been wanting to dive into the story behind it for a long time. But before we do that,
Okay.
we're going to get into some fun questions.
Okay.
So we like to call this Before the Spotlight. And we're going to start with a question that we start off with all of our guests. And it's, what is your biggest oops moment? Now, this can be personal or business, but one that you still kind of laugh about today.
Hmm. Okay, personal, I'd really have to think hard about that because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Personal, I've had a lot of oops moments. I feel like every day is an oops moment for me.
Oh, I feel that. I totally feel that.
Yeah. Business wise, probably just in the beginning, a lot of learning curves. We started off online and there was some like shipping orders to the wrong person kind of oops moments. um, which was really not good at all. Yeah, that was probably the biggest ones that I can think of. I mean, we've had some oops with ordering clothes, ordering like mass amounts that showed up with like the wrong spelling, like
Oh, man.
yeah, misprints and not spelling our name right. And then be like 500 hoodies like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What did you do with all those hoodies that?
Oh, they were just giveaways. Yeah, we couldn't do
Fair.
anything about it. It was you can't sell when spelling's wrong or missing letters. Um, that's a learning curve that we had to have with like ordering, outside of the country, I guess I should say. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you learned like through that process who you like to work with versus like who not to?
Yeah, definitely. And just learned that I don't know, you really have to go over everything. You can't just assume anything. Assume that they know or understand or have something right or it's just need to be thorough. It was a big lesson learned for us.
Fair. I think we've all fallen into that. I know I have, right?
Yeah.
In business where you're like, okay, I know I've got this, or like, it's all good. I don't need to worry about it. And those are
Mhm.
usually the moments where something happens.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And then you're like, I don't know, you have to check yourself, I guess, a little bit. I'm like, okay, I need to learn from this and we can move forward, not hurt. But yeah. Yeah. And one time a hoodie came and it had like every logo you can imagine on it. Like it wasn't just usually we have like one, maybe two or something. And this was just like plastered front and back with logos. And we're like, oh no.
Almost like
this
Louis
is
Vuitton style, or like
this
the
is
ones
like
that are.
too much. Yeah. So we ended up calling it the billboard hoodie.
Oh,
And it actually sold really good. At first we're like, this is awful. This is like too much. Like, but people were like, I want it. I don't know. It sold like crazy. So we're like, okay.
wild. So have you kept it since?
We haven't. We need to redo it, but it is a lot of logos. I don't know. There's a lot of different things, logos and patches and everything. But I don't know. We've learned that with our clientele. Some people like subtle, some people like loud in your face. So, I mean, we find people for everything, I guess. So,
Well, totally. And like you say, sometimes those mistakes end up turning out like the best, funnest,
yeah.
like winning moment in
Yeah.
business,
Yeah,
right?
totally. Like calling it a billboard kind of as a joke and saying, like, wear our name proud and get outside and everything. And people are like, yes. Like, yes, please.
That
And
is
I'm like, okay.
that's a really cool moment. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, and we really should redo it, have a 2.0, Billboard 2.0 hoodie.
Yeah.
So it was
Why
a few
not?
years ago, so yeah, who knows?
Oh, that's fun.
Maybe we will.
Oh, I dig that. I really dig that. All right. So if you were stranded out hiking, what's one thing you absolutely could not live without? This is excluding your phone and your family, though. So it's got to be something other than those two things.
I would probably say bear spray just because 'cause I'm kind of a chicken. Um, and I've, always said, "Gotta be prepared." So bear spray is probably my comfort for being out in the mountains. So
I
would
don't
say
blame
that.
you on that.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran into a bear?
No.
Oh,
No, I did. Have not.
I'll share a really quick funny story. So we go out and we camp out at Kukanusa all
Okay.
summer and do a lot of hiking and things like that ourselves. And we were on this one hike and the kids, like, how they have the standard, like, watch out for bears signs. And my kids were looking at it and I was like, oh, it's a busy hike. Like, we don't need to worry about it. Get 5 minutes into the hike and there's a bear.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, okay, don't run. Let's like walk and create some distance. Get up a little bit further. There's another bear.
Oh, no.
Get up a little bit further and there's another bear.
Wow.
And this one actually started to follow us.
Oh, geez.
So we ended up coming off of the trail and it was just going along the trail, grabbing berries and stuff. But that was a moment where I was like, okay, I am never going on a hike again without bear spray.
Oh, bear spray. Yeah, totally. My husband's super like paranoid about that. So we have them like strapped all over us. But I mean, it's a way that we can kind of get out and enjoy it. Otherwise, yeah, it's just something that has been kind of a fear, which a lot of people are like, oh, they're harmless and true enough. But I mean, you better off to be prepared because circumstances happened.
Well, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's that respect thing, I think, right?
Mhm.
For nature as well. Like,
Yeah, totally.
even though they may seem or appear harmless, they also have the power to not be.
Right,
So-
absolutely. But yeah, getting off the trail was probably the smartest thing. And a lot of people don't know to do that, but they just want to keep walking along that path.
Yeah.
So that is smart.
It's usually my rule of thumb. Like I always tell my kids, I'm like, just don't get loud and crazy. Don't
Yeah.
get fearful. Just stay calm.
Yeah.
Remove yourself. Let them do their thing. Because it's kind of like us. Like, we don't want to bother them. They don't want to bother us.
Right.
We'll just
Yeah.
enjoy each other at distance.
Yeah, totally. That's good. A good way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel you on that
Yeah.
first spray
Yeah.
thing.
That was my first thoughts.
So if you could teleport to any outdoor spot right now, mountain, beach, forest, desert, where would you go?
Well, I just got back from Mexico last week, so I kind of feel like I need to go back there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I could anywhere. It'd probably be something a little different than Mexico. Probably be like a beach on Thailand or something. But
Nice.
Mexico and tacos are still in my brain.
I don't blame
Guacamole,
you.
So yeah, I'll go back there.
You brought all the sun with you. That's why we've had such
Yeah.
great weather.
Yeah, it's perfect to come back to.
It is. Yeah, you didn't have to come back to like the -30.
No. I mean, I feel better when you're like gone when it's -30 and you're like, but coming back is nice when it's not. It felt
Yes.
cold, but it wasn't near what it could have been. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than that shock of going like that 60-degree difference,
Yeah.
right? Where you're like
God.
fun in the sun and then this brutal like winter
Oh,
wonderland.
you gotta scrape your truck off and the snow. It's like, oh, we've done that before.
The thing only us true Canadians understand, right?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. But it's still worth it to get away. So
Oh
do
yeah.
it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were you guys gone for the week or
Yeah, just a week for my sister's wedding.
fun?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Oh, so you had like a lot of people there with you.
Mhm.
And it's good, right? And I'm sure like as a business owner, we don't often get to have those moments where we get to like truly unplug. So did you take that time to give yourself that permission?
Kind of, like, I brought my laptop and I brought everything, and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm sitting by the pool, I should be able to, like, make this order or, do this and that," and then when I'm there, it's kinda, like, out of sight, out of mind. I will get alerts on my phone, so I'll, like, look over them, and if it's urgent, then I'll reply. So I am still kind of mindful of that, but I'm not, like, making sure my phone's on me and having to respond to everything, so I put up a little notice that we're gonna be gone on our social media and our website, and I guess hope that everybody's understanding or yeah, can make up to them when I get back, I guess, but
Well, and I'm sure, like, I don't know if you've experienced this yourself, but what I find is when we have that communication, right? People seem to be a lot more understanding.
mhm.
Like
Oh,
communication is
totally.
so vital.
I know everybody knows with mental health, you gotta take some time.
And I love that.
Mhm.
So I want to kind of dive into that a little bit. When did you start giving yourself permission to have that space of being like, you know what, this is more valuable than this?
Um, prob probably when we closed our store, um, because we had a store in town here and we're online, and it was a lot with markets and everything that we do too. So I'd always juggle everything and just I mean, at that time it was a store, so we had to kind of stay open. So I had somebody take care of it. So that was a little different. But it was probably after that when we moved everything out and back into the house, I'm like, okay, I need to do things different because prior to the store, we worked out of our house, and I struggled with that because we'd never turn off.
Mm.
Like, being at home, it was just right there. So, you would just lose track of time and days, and it didn't really matter if it was the weekend or, evening. You just knew you had to, like, get things done or keep, you know, working. So when we moved to the store, I'm like, it is so nice that I could, at this time, I shut off, I go home, and everything needs to wait until the next day. So I appreciated that. So then when I closed down the store, I'm like, okay, I can't fall back into that, like
Yeah.
working from home like 24/7. I mean, I do to a little bit of an extent, but for the most part, a certain time of the day, I'm like, okay, shut it down. I can wait till tomorrow. And then that kind of transpired into like trips and weekends and stuff too, where it was like, no, like everything can wait. Because I did feel it, like it was affecting me for sure. And I'm like, oh man, we promote mental health. Our whole business is about mental health, but yet, like I'm not thinking about my mental health, and that's taking a toll on me. I was in like flight or fight, for a lot of years. And I was like, okay, I need to do something different because this isn't working. So
And good on you for acknowledging that, right? Like
yeah.
I think again, as a business owner, and I'm one like that too. Like I love what it is that I do. So I have to really consciously turn it off because even
Mhm.
though I love it, it can take over.
Mhm.
And then less sleep and all the things that we need to be able to like really thrive
Yeah.
starts happening. And so having that awareness and knowing like, you know what, I need to do something a little bit different
Mhm.
and having that like authority in yourself, that's really big.
Mhm.
I love that.
Yeah, it's huge. And something I didn't realize was gonna be an issue, but we live in a time right now where you want everything, like, instantly, so, emails need to be instant, and then now it's like you can chat on the website if you have questions, so then those chats were always, come through my phone, and I'd have to reply because somebody's sitting there on the computer wanting to shop, and they have a question, so you had to, like, stop, drop, and now, like, help customer. You don't think about that, like, what's going on the other end of that, and it's not always the case like me where I'm, like, getting it on my phone and need to reply right away, but for a lot of people, it probably is. A lot of small businesses, like, they're the ones answering those questions, and you need to be prompt, otherwise, now they're offline and you just lost, potential customer, so, yeah,
Mhm.
it is challenging to find that balance between, like, making sure you're there for people when they need it and being like, it'll be there for me tomorrow, so
Well, totally. And I think, like you say, especially like with this being such like a mental health movement, right? I don't even want to say brand because it's really a movement.
mhm.
Um, Having that same space for yourself is so vital.
Yeah, it is vital, and it's what kind of gets, like, the bottom of the priority list, unfortunately, but, But that's part of the small business hustle, too. Like it's all on you to keep like pushing forward and moving along, like until you can get to a point where you can take a step back. But until then, you're kind of responsible for every aspect of it. So it is a lot. It's a lot of weight on you, but
Well, and I always say, like, being a business owner is not for the faint of heart, right?
Mhm.
Because, I joke when I had a few friends get into entrepreneurship, and they would call me and be like, "What is this? Like, I thought I was gonna be making way more money, working
Mm.
way less hours." And I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh god, no. Like,
No.
you're gonna be working more hours, hopefully in a shorter period of time, so that you can get to that point
Right.
of not working as much
Right.
and still making great money."
Mhm.
But it takes a while, and I think so many people think, "Oh, I'm just gonna get into this and it's just gonna, like, boom."
Right.
But that reality, I
Yeah.
think it's really important to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's not what you think it's gonna be. And we weren't really prepared for that either. We just kinda like jumped in like, "Oh, let's do this. I think that'll be great." And, we have this great sort of slogan and everything. So we just sort of jumped in, not realizing everything. So it was a lot of learning curves in the beginning and still are. But yeah, it's not an easy thing. But I mean, it can be worth it. You just got to push through.
Totally. So we've got more questions, but I
Okay.
really like the way that things are going. I wanna dive more into, like, where did this originate from? What's the story behind it?
Well, it was originally an outdoor, it was GTO rentals. Someone we knew had it, that was in our family. They rented out like paddleboards and camping equipment, and they called it GTO rentals for get outside. Um, and then just over conversation with them and about like adding the F and GTFO, and it was kind of a thing that we just thought was a great idea to add to it, or to add a little edge to it. Just gets a little more attention than just GTO.
Mhm.
And then they had come out with a logo that they would just use to promote their company. And we just thought it was great. And it was GTFO. So it was sort of a little after add on. But, anyways, they had closed down their business, I think about 5 years later. We approached them and was like, we really want to make this like a clothing line, you know, like, what do you guys think? So, anyways, they were fine with it and sent us their logo. So we started with that one logo, with the cross. It was paddles with a cross of GTFO. And then we just started branching out and making our own stuff. And then we added the mental health aspect to it. Because when we first got our first order of clothes, it arrived the week that everything shut down with COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great timing, hey?
It was because we both were working downtown Calgary. So we were working from home. All of a sudden, had fair amount of extra time, because both of our jobs were just simmered right down from because of COVID. So all of a sudden, these boxes arrived of our clothes, and we were able to just dive into it, um, and work on kind of getting that set up, getting our website set up, and then that's when the like mental health started becoming pretty loud with the whole COVID thing and staying inside and, you know, the suicides and different things. And where I had always wanted to kind of add kind of a meaning behind it. Like I needed something that just felt a little more, I don't know, had a purpose rather than just a clothing line with an edgy name.
Yeah.
So then when this happened, I was like, we started doing some research and the benefits of getting outside, and the big part it plays on your mental health. Um, so just after like talking to different people and doing more research, we're like, I think we need to make this a mental health movement and encouraging people to get outside and everything. So that's kind of how it started, and we've then slowly brought out like the end the silence slogan we have down the sleeve of a lot of sweaters.
Yeah, and I've noticed that a lot on your guys' social media as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, so that's obviously ending the stigma around it, and that happened when there was just a lot of suicides happening due to COVID. Well, that was probably the a big factor of it, anyways. With men's mental health, so that's when we came up with that. We put it on a bright pink hoodie and just started pushing men to talk, encouraging them and creating a safe space for them on a platform. And we just started getting lots of feedback and people that wanted to like become ambassadors and just talking about their own stories. And yeah, as we kind of went along, there was a lot of women reaching out too with their stories and stuff. So then we slowly just kind of moved into um, it with everybody, not just men. Yeah, and created an ambassador program, which took off. I think at one point we had like 4,000 ambassadors all around the world.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it was
amazing.
crazy. We were like, what's going on? Like it kind of just started taking off before we were really ready for it too. It was just like, I don't know, we were just kind of hanging on and going with it. But it was really good. And yeah, it's kind of just moved from there.
Well, and I love that because I think if we're really being honest, I
Mm.
don't think any one of us has been without mental health
Yeah.
challenges in our own life. Like I know I've experienced them. I've dealt with them with my husband, my kids,
Right.
and so I think it's really important to end that silence.
Yeah, it's huge. And that's one thing we didn't realize it until you're around something like this and then people start feeling like it's a safe space. All of a sudden they're talking about things and reaching out to us, needing help, and we're like, okay, we aren't like therapists or we're not like educated in, mental health or this, but we're here for you. Like we're an ear, we're a safe place, like reach out anytime. So there was actually a lot of people that did and still continue to. But yeah, it was all online. And then we started doing different markets. And then that was taking kind of a next level because people would come up and start like talking to us about it. Like I've had many times where I've had to walk away and like regroup because I'm like not prepared to like, I don't know, just take on the stories that people are telling me. All of a sudden I'm just like sobbing, busy market, and like I gotta go and like regroup because just I don't know, but it was needed. Like clearly there's not enough of that people can like just open up about different things.
Well,
Yeah.
absolutely, because I think no matter what, right? No matter how far we've come when it comes to like saying that we're open about mental health, there's still a bit of a stigma,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Like how will people view me? What will they think of me?
Mhm.
All those ideas that stir
Right.
that hold people back from actually building the community
Yeah.
that is around them.
Right. Well, like even ourselves, like while Curtis and I were going through this business and surrounded by, all these people that are affected in one way or another. And not everybody that joins it are people that struggle with mental health. Like some just like are passionate about the outdoors and, sometimes they are indirectly involved, have mental health related struggles. But yeah, while we were, like helping everybody and just trying to be there for everybody, like we could never talk about our own struggles that were happening currently. So I mean that was one thing that I think was a big learning thing for us too, that we had to push ourselves out of our comfort zones and be like, yeah, that we're not just like perfect either, like we're going through it also. So
Well, I think that vulnerability, right? Like, and I'll use kind of COVID as that time mark, if you will. And going through that isolation, right? I think now, just even in business in general and life in general, we're moving into the space of wanting more connection.
right.
We realize we need it,
Mhm.
right? As humans, we can't be isolated. We were never designed to be.
No.
So, I mean, and we were never designed to just be inside the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think it would take years off your life. I think that even studies show that, not having social, outings or being around people or going outside, like that's time off your life for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is important and we need to push it. So we continue to through COVID. We'd have like events, like ambassador events. We'd go for a hike and there'd be like a mass group of us and
Nice.
have like a little campfire afterwards or yeah, do different kind of things. We'd go away for weekends, camping or different things. So it created this huge community. Like a lot of them are close friends now, like nobody had ever met before.
Cool.
And now they're like getting together all the time. Like there was someone in the US that flew up to meet someone on the island that like through like different they call and talk on the phone all the time. There's just been a lot of some dating situations.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's created this community, but everybody it's just like-minded and I guess a safe place that people just could be themselves and and be vulnerable, but also have fun. Didn't have to be like, a big sappy thing, but you could talk about things and work through it and then have fun and have some fun. So it's been really neat.
That is really
Pretty good.
cool.
Mhm.
And so you guys had no idea that this was going to kind of take on a life of its own
No.
when you started this.
No, and especially me, like, I had no idea. It was definitely my husband's passion project, like, he was busy started, like, trying to build the social media and everything, and I didn't even know what he was doing on the social media, I didn't even look, and then when the clothes arrived and COVID shut down, we both kinda jumped in, um, and I was just kind of helping out what he, had envisioned or was hoping or wanted from it, but then before you know it, I had quit my job and taking it on full time and having a hard time keeping up with it, to be honest. And um, but it was fun. It was, every time I was struggling or like overwhelmed, especially when it's market seasons, I have a appreciation for everybody that does markets because it is a lot of work. It is so
Hmm.
much work, and it's always weekends, traveling somewhere. It is so much and so much people time, but every time I'm like, hauling a trailer in winter to go to a Christmas market, and I'm like, "Never again, Melissa. Why are you doing this? Never again." And then I go there and you just leave feeling so like, I don't know, invigorated that because you get all this like connecting time and I get to talk to so many people and that I'm like, okay, that's why I do it. Like every time it's struggle or overwhelming, like there'd be a moment that would either come through an email or face to face or whatever. And I'm like, okay, this is why we're doing this. Like it was kind of like, yeah, we got to keep doing this. So
That's cool.
yeah, it's pushed us along.
Yeah, and having that purpose, right? Like I often look at it like that calling. Once you've kind of created that calling, no matter what the struggle is, no matter what the challenge is, it
Yeah.
keeps pulling you forward.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I mean, the future, like we've definitely slowed down a little bit now that we've closed our store and we're um working from home. I had to downsize quite a bit because I couldn't fit everything in my house, but I also it allowed me to just take a little breather too and for us to kind of regroup a little bit. Um, so I don't know if we're still trying to see what direction we want to take it in, whether it's still clothing or we've started doing some like yoga retreats. We've done
Cool.
two now, yoga and like cold plunge sauna outdoor weekend events, which was really good. And some other things that were like, well, maybe we can kind of add to it and do more like outdoor events. So that was the one thing when I had the store and online is the events kind of slowed down because it was just too much. And that was just another thing that I just couldn't put on our plate. Um, so maybe now we'd be able to kind of redirect a little bit
Cool.
and just do more things that'll encourage people to get out and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And it sounds like that's something that really excites you, is doing more of that kind of like event side of things.
Yeah, well, definitely the people, like being around the people is huge for me. I've learned, especially working from home. I've never worked from home until COVID, and I realized I'm not really good at working from home. As I've learned having a business with like, just some ADHD kicks in, or I've learned about that with myself that, you're kind of zigzagging all over the place, but you're also just like alone all day, like for me anyways. So having events or doing things that kind of get me out as well, engaging and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I need to focus more on this moving forward. Yeah.
Definitely. And I mean, like, I'm sure men are this way as well, but I know like women, we are really like, for lack of better terms, like tribal kind of people, right? Like we were always designed to be in community.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we're not, like I know myself, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like I work from home most of the time, isolated a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so my husband will come home and he's like been peopling all day
Mm-hmm.
because he owns a mechanic shop. Um, so he's like, okay, I'm good. Like I'm good
Yeah.
to just sitting on the couch. I'm like, not me. Like, let's get out. Let's go see people. I need to talk and interact with people other than just you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the same with us. My husband's in sales downtown Calgary, so when he gets home, he's kind of just like done, and I'm like, I need to like talk, talk about my day or, like do something or go out and everything. But I mean, I'm also a big homebody. So So it does take a little bit of push to get me out, but I've realized the benefits in it, and I've realized that I need to do it. And I always feel so good once I do. So I'm like, I'm aware that I need this for me. So
I love that.
yeah.
Well, and I think if you like blend the two things that you love, right?
Mm.
Like that community and that connection with the outdoor side of things, like that sounds really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, we've been enjoying it, and we've met some amazing people that we call friends now. So it's if we were to like walk away from the business tomorrow, I would just be that would be the best takeaway that I had was just the people we met and the connections we've made and stuff. It's been pretty rewarding. So
That's cool.
yeah, happy about it.
So I got to ask, do you sport the get the F outside gear everywhere you go?
Well, yeah, a lot. Like I'm wearing one of the hoodies now.
I really like that hoodie.
Thanks. Um, pretty well every day. Like our closet is full of GTFO because you just feel like you should, and you're around designing it all the time, so the clothes would arrive, and we'd be like, "Oh, I want that one,"
Totally.
Yeah, so we do, and when I had the store like full time, I was obviously wearing it every day. So I've found I have to like tell myself to wear something different for certain circumstances because it's just so easy to, just always wear our GTFO, which isn't a bad thing, but it is very casual, very lounge loungewearish. So sometimes I'm like, okay, put on some proper jeans, like wear a nice shirt, but it's just been comfortable and it's been our life, especially since a lot of it was through COVID and working from home. Like we threw on our cozy GTFO pants or leggings
You
and
guys have pants too?
yeah, we have pants.
Cool.
Yeah, and they're really comfy. So every day it's like, yeah,
Well,
head
you
to
might
toe
have just changed my
GTFO.
world now.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you gotta try them. We used to have a lot more leggings. Now we just have these pants that are kind of like leggings, but they're just a little bit looser, and then they get sort of tighter near the bottom. They're a really nice stretch comfort pants, so a lot of us live in them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that because I again, like working from home, I like to have like the comfies on all the time,
Mhm.
and just like, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a time and the place for dressing up and feeling a little bit different, but I get
Yeah.
it too because of the brand, right? Get the F outside,
Mhm.
like great outdoor wear.
Mhm.
You're hiking, moving, doing all the things.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite piece of clothing that you guys have designed and created?
Jeez. Um. Wow. I mean, probably the pants that I mentioned, the pants and our sports bras.
And you got sports bras?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
Yeah, we have a variety.
Hmm.
But I mean, I have a lot of hoodies. We have a lot of different style of hoodies, and I kind of laugh because every day I'm like, what hoodie am I in the mood for? Because they all kind of feel different comfort levels. Some are like cropped, some are, oversized, different colors, and I feel like now I'm like, what hoodie, is my mood for the day? So there's a lot of hoodies in my wardrobe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny. I don't know again if this is more of a Canadian thing. I have a lot of like American friends. I feel like they don't understand the beauty of a hoodie,
Mm,
right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just
Yeah.
like, I can understand why in Saskatchewan they call them bunny hugs. 'Cause
Right.
it's like this comfort space.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. We'd actually come up with a bunny hug, we named it, and it was the Rough Rider green, and it had
Sweet.
yeah, I can't remember what the logos were, but we made it look almost like a Rough Rider logo and called it the bunny hug, and it was pretty popular for Saskatchewan, mostly, or people from Saskatchewan anyways, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. We love the bunny hug name for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, because you guys are now like all across North America.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have ambassadors in Australia
Wow.
too. We've shipped there. We've shipped to like France and Scotland and China once.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, super random. I'm like, how do they even find us? But heavily in Canada and the US.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, was there a moment when you really saw that kind of take off? Because I'm sure at the beginning it was a little bit more local, like friends and family getting it out there. And then what was that moment where it kind of exploded for you?
Well, it actually wasn't friends and family at first. I think because Curtis was working so hard to promote his social media that he was just branching out to different people that had outdoorsy um, pages from all over the world. And then he slowly started kind of bringing up our brand and showing some of the product and stuff. So we started getting a little buzz from people all over. And actually, I made the website live, um, and it was only like it was less than 5 minutes. We got a sale, and it was from someone in the U.S. I can't remember where the heck. She ended up becoming an ambassador too, and I'm like, we just got a sale. I thought it was something wrong. I thought it was like, I
Wow.
don't know, some sort of weird thing. I didn't even know the noise it was gonna make or anything. I'm like, what was that? Yeah, and she bought a hat. Indiana, she was from. And so then we're like, okay, now we need to figure out how we're gonna ship these things. We weren't even prepared. I didn't even know it went live. It was kind of just a trial. So
That's cool.
so our first sale was just a person in Indiana. And then we kind of just kept it that way, like because it was online, we could just sort of continue on with just different followers, people that had like cool outdoor hiking things or mental health stuff. And then it was actually kind of took a while to get it sort of known locally. Like once we decided to open a store here, like nobody local really knew about us. Besides when we go to markets, there'd be different people that would kind of learn about us. But otherwise, yeah, we were more outside of local and friends and family.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like sometimes we'd even get a sale and I'm like, I wonder if they know it's us. And yeah, they wouldn't. It'd be people we'd know. Like, that's our company. They're like, what?
It is cool
Yeah.
because I think like I've heard about the brand for so long, and then to hear that you guys are from Okotoks is like, oh,
Yeah.
this is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we'd get orders and they'd pay for shipping and they'd be in Okotoks. And I'm like, so I reached out to them. I'm like, I'll refund your shipping. It's okay. We're local. And they're like, oh, like, because I mean, you go online and you order something, you don't necessarily think, oh, I wonder what town they're in. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was different. Took a little while for people to realize we were a local business, which added kind of a new, kind of exciting time for the company because now we got to kind of, meet people within the community, and we started seeing our logo, being worn.
Mhm.
Even before the store, when we'd see people wearing our stuff, we're like, that's so cool.
That would be such a cool.
Yeah, yeah, it still doesn't get old at all. Like now we seen people on the airplane in Puerto Vallarta last week, and they're wearing our stuff, and we're like,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's so cool. So I don't know, it never gets old, but yeah, once we started to kind of connect into local communities and network a little bit there, then that just kind of opened up a whole other door of community and just local getting out doing stuff. So yeah, it's been a lot of different aspects to it, but it's been fun.
Well, and like it seems like the biggest theme has been that state of community, right? That this is built in for you,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Yeah,
I
because
love
it was what we wanted people to feel, like we were a community and that they could come to us. And then meanwhile, we were also creating it in different ways, not just ambassadors, but other aspects. So yeah, more than what we ever thought. It just kind of guided us more than we guided company.
Oh, I
It's
love
really
that.
weird.
Well, it's so beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like that unknown. You just don't know what's going to happen. And then I love that perspective. Like it guided us more than we guided it.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
That's
Like
cool.
especially mental health related for sure. It was just like, whoa. Like before GTFO, we never would have even thought much about mental health or struggles or, just the problem that was out there and everything. And so now it's like huge. Like, yeah, now I just want to dive more into it and be there for people. And yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we could chat forever.
Yeah.
Like, I want to like keep this going, but we're going to start kind of wrapping it up a little
Okay.
bit. So I've got one final question before we share a little bit more about like where people can find you.
Okay.
And I'm going to be going on your website. I joke with all the people that are like on the show that, I'm going to go broke because I'm like, these are such great products.
Yeah, there's so many good businesses here.
Like it's amazing. And I'm like, I had no idea. Like I've seen your guys' sweaters, I've seen the toques, but I had no idea you guys had so much more and a story behind it. Like I love it. So
Well, thank you.
you've got a lifelong customer now.
Thanks.
So let's end with this question. What message do you hope every customer feels when they wear the GTFO apparel?
Hmm. I mean, kind of on repeat, I guess, but to just know that like it's going to be okay. That they're not alone, with mental health, and that they have a community here for them.
I love that.
Yeah, and to get outside.
Yes. Right?
Yeah, get
Back
that
to the
fresh air.
real. Back to what's real.
Yeah.
I dig it. Well,
Thanks.
so tell us, and all the listeners, how can they find you guys? Like, what's the best way to get in touch with you
Um,
guys?
well, we have our social media, Instagram, Facebook, DTF outside dot company. I think. Our website, GTF-outside.com. Those are the main ways to get in touch with us. If they're local, we have our business cards with our stuff that has all the emails and our handles and everything. But
Amazing.
anyway.
Well, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Like I say, they've got so much more than what I even knew, which, like I say, now I'm going to be going and like deep diving into your website and
Yeah.
doing a lot of shopping. So my day's got
For
for me.
it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Melissa.
Thanks
I
for having
really,
me.
yeah, it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
Let me say, so thank you.
Yeah. Anytime.
Awesome. Well, we'll do this again for sure.
That sounds good.
And before we wrap up, I just want to do one more quick shout out to Main Street Market, our sponsor for the show. Make sure you guys come in and check out all these incredible businesses that have their products here in their 3 locations.